Maps of going nowhere. Imaginary land run by the quay.
Hi Cecilia. How do you feel today's session went?
I feel amazing. It was a fantastic day and we did so much more than I actually expected. So everything worked and everyone was really happy and great energy in the room and everything, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the two tracks that you performed?
Yes, so they're called Slip Away and Tapestry. They are two songs on my album I released in December. And maybe actually the tracks that has gotten a lot of attention from different perspectives. They both have this very kind of chorus melodic feel to it, but yet still it has some, I don't know, some dark and experimental attachment to it. And I guess people respond to that in some kind of way. And I also enjoy like performing them a lot, so yeah.
The Tapestry seems so emotional. Where does that come from?
Well, actually, it has many layers. So I would say the surface layer is about dominance and fragility, vulnerability, and the two parts struggling to win. And then also it's about a kind of how to balance all the things you experience in life that are really difficult. Sometimes you don't even have to deal with them. It just comes out in its own way and you don't actually need to talk about it. You can just express it, and that's kind of what it's about a lot to me. Yeah.
How would you describe your musical style and how has it evolved?
Well, I never really wanted to decide on a style, and I never really felt like I could either. So it has been both kind of sides that has kind of just let the music happen on its own, because I come from a classical background and sing a lot of gospel and pop music, and then I started to compose myself and arrange and just wanted to really be creative and do exactly what I wanted. So that kind of freedom I allowed myself to have, and yeah, that kind of made the music. But it's like 3 years back now, so every single step has moved me to this.
So what brought you to DBS and Berlin?
I love Berlin. I think it's an amazing city. I always wanted to be here, and when I entered the Conservatory in Denmark in the composition, I don't know, there was just something in me that wanted to get away from that environment and go more into production and go more into sound engineering and sound design. And yeah, I just found this place and I love it here. And combined with the city, it has given me that freedom to kind of artistically grow and allow myself to do more odd things, because it's not so normal back in my country to do a little bit more experimental stuff.
Where do you hope to take your career in music?
I just really hope that the music that I make matters to people. I don't want necessarily to be successful just to feel like I'm a success. I want my music to speak for itself, and if it moves people, then I'm happy. So wherever that takes me, that is kind of where I want to be. So, and that's kind of up to whatever is going to happen, I think. But I would love to tour around the world and to do a lot of these projects, and being able to have a decent life living of that. That would be nice. But yeah.
And is there any advice you'd give to somebody who is maybe at the beginning of this journey?
It's such a personal journey. That's what struck me the most when I started out, is I had this idea of how I wanted everything to be, even the process. And I just figured out that it's kind of my personal growth. And while I'm growing personally, I take the steps as well in my musical life, in my career, in my in my creativity. And at a certain point, they kind of overlap. So you're not either or, you kind of merge into one. So just keep on going for what you're curious about, and keep practicing on the stuff that you want to improve, and just believe that somehow it will connect somewhere, hopefully along. That's what I hope for, and I believe in to an extent, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Our shared tapestry.